What happens when a small act of revenge snowballs out of control? 7 years ago, I finally reached a big goal in my life. I bought my own place. I had saved money for 10 years and worked extremely hard, so being able to walk into a home that belonged to me felt like a huge reward. It was something I had dreamed about for a long time. Since I was paying the mortgage alone, I knew I had to make smart choices and accept certain compromises. One of those compromises was buying a property on a shared block because the price was lower. In my area, this usually means the place is under a strata title. Some people like strata because repair costs are shared, insurance is cheaper, and things like garden maintenance are taken care of. But it also means there are many rules and strangers involved in decisions. As a private and introverted person, that lifestyle didn't suit me at all. After months of careful searching, I found what I thought was the perfect place. It was on a shared block, but it was advertised as a freehold title. That meant I didn't have to follow strict strata rules. The only shared cost was public liability insurance for the walkway, split between the owners. That sounded simple and fair. The real estate agent selling the place was from my area, and although I didn't know him personally, we had a few mutual connections. That gave me a little more confidence that things were honest and straightforward. 5 months after moving in, the landlord next door knocked on my door to talk about insurance. I had no issue with that and asked him to send me a copy of the policy. When I received it, I was shocked to see it was not freehold insurance at all. It was strata insurance. I was confused and thought maybe there had been a mistake. But after several messages and phone calls, the truth became clear. The property was not freehold. It was a strata title. I contacted my lawyer, who had handled the purchase. He was just as shocked, and even though he did everything he could to correct the situation, the mistake couldn't fully be undone. I requested a meeting with the real estate agent. I gathered every piece of evidence I had, screenshots of the ads saying the property was freehold, emails confirming it, and even messages between the agent and my lawyer discussing the freehold status. Everything showed clearly that the place was advertised incorrectly. But even with proof right in front of him, he refused to accept responsibility. He didn't apologize, didn't offer help, and acted as if nothing was his fault. I understood he was trying to protect himself legally, but I wasn't going to forget how he treated me. We went into mediation, and I asked for only one fair thing. When I eventually sold the property, he should either handle the sale for free or cover the selling costs. I didn't ask for money or punishment, just fairness. He refused and offered me only $1,000 to drop the issue. I thought the offer was insulting, so I rejected it. The mediator even advised me to take legal action because I had a strong case, but at that time, my health was poor, and I didn't want to add more stress to my life. Still, I wasn't satisfied with letting him walk away so easily. I began thinking of a way to make him regret what he did without involving courts or lawyers. I looked up his personal Facebook page, which wasn't private, and found photos of a boys on tour trip he had taken a few months after the sale. I also found his home address through public business records. Then I formed a plan that was quiet, slow, and very specific. On the anniversary of the house sale, every year for 6 years, I sent flowers to his home with mysterious notes. They always said something like, "Dear real estate agent, remembering you on this, our special day. She has your eyes. Love, L." The wording changed a little each year, but the message was always the same. A hint of a hidden child and a hint of a past relationship. I also mailed postcards and letters from the country he had visited on his trip, all signed Love, L. 3 weeks ago, I learned what happened to him. Through mutual friends, I heard that he recently divorced, lost his house, and no longer works as a real estate agent. His wife became suspicious because he kept receiving strange gifts and flowers every year on the same date. Eventually, she realized the date matched something important. When she confronted him, he broke down and admitted he had cheated on her. I later learned the full story. A year before I bought my house, he went on holiday, cheated on his wife, caught an STD, and passed it to her. Somehow, he convinced her he wasn't the reason. The date I kept reminding him of happened to fall right around the time he had been with someone else the year before. My harmless notes ended up connecting the dots she had been ignoring. Now he has lost his home, half his retirement money, and his business. Sometimes I feel a little guilty, but then I remember what he did to me and to his wife. In the end, karma took its time, but it did its job well.